If the shifter spring on your GMT800 is broken, you can buy these springs off of Amazon. You need to take the cover off of your steering column, put the car into reverse, make sure you got the parking brake on or the tires chalked, and then what we're going to do in this method is drive this pin up so that we can take the shift lever out. When you come to the bottom side, that pin is right here, so you need to take a punch and start driving it up. Okay, so here's the pin coming out. The next thing to do would be to drop it down into like drive or second, because you want to get some more access for that pin to be able to come out. All right, so that was one gear. Here's another one. Now you can see we can bring it out. That pin's going to come out like that. Make sure you lose it somewhere. Drop it down in your dash vents or something. All right, and then let's see what happens here. It's the first time I'm ever doing this. Holy moly. Here she comes. There was a little piece of that spring that was broken. I think that's how to do it, folks. I bought these springs right here off of Amazon. Got 2 of them for like $10, something like that, okay? This is what came out. You can see it was broken. If we take 4 off, you can see that this one's a little bit distorted, so 4 coils seems about the best. Next thing I got to decide is if I'm just going to use a Dremel tool cutoff wheel, which is probably what I'm going to use. I really want to use my favorite tool of 2024, which is the multi-tool here. And if this thing's got a metal blade on it, I almost just want to go for it. Oh, wood. If it was metal, I'd probably do it just to try and butcher it. But we're going to go put a cutoff wheel on the Dremel and just cut off 4 of them. So I'll probably go, you know, starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, cut it off somewhere right there in the middle. So I've got the spring in the vise. We're using a cutoff wheel here with the Dremel tool. I'm going to cut right about here. To me, that seems like it's about 1, 2, 3. That's the 4th one. I can always trim a little bit off if it doesn't feel right, and I do have that second spring to work with. So we'll see if we can do this while we're filming for you guys, so you can see how either easy or totally hard it is. So there we go. Yahtzee. Ha. Surprise, usually whenever you're turning the Dremel off, you always turn it up instead of down. So that's the end result right there. We're going to go grease this sucker up, stick it in, see how it feels. And that's it compared to the old one that was kind of bent, busted. Get some grease on it. See how it goes. So we put the cut in back into the pocket after we put some chassis grease on it, and what we're going to do next is just slide this thing back in and then run the pin in from the top down. It's pretty clunky trying to do it with one hand, so give us a sec here. Alright, let's see how this goes. So we're going to take the screwdriver here, just kind of push that in a little bit. We'll just try and slide the lever back in. This is looking way harder than it is, folks, because of me trying to make sure that you guys got lighting to see what's going on. Trying to shove all this stuff in there at the same time. You know, it really isn't that bad. That kind of feels like it's in all the way. As far as me pushing in on the lever, and then I'm grabbing the pin right here. We're gonna see if it just wants to drop down in there or not. Ugh. And the answer is heck no, baby. Maybe I need to pull it out a little sometimes. It really feels like it just doesn't want to do anything, so that doesn't seem to be the method. So I'll let you guys sit here, and as long as that camera stays there, you can watch me try and work it out. I think what I'm going to do first is just take the spring out and see what it feels like to try and get the this guy in there. Oh yeah, that's how it needs to go in right there. You saw that. So it comes out and back, so I'm going to put it in the pocket. Alright, so this would be your money take if we're acting like we've done this before and everything is so simple, but that's the real reality of it. So seems like I've got to try and slide the shift lever towards the steering wheel while I'm pushing it in towards the driver's side door with the screwdriver here. Oh yeah, baby. Let's see. Is that it? Feels like it's just gotta come forward a lot more. Oh yeah. Like I said, trying to push it towards the door, towards the steering wheel. And get that pin to line up. That was it right there. So just shake it around and the pin is in. All right. I'm gonna tap it down a little bit and then we'll just see how the shifter feels, if it's operable or what. Now, I've got a punch in my hand, but it feels like it's more just about access versus like needing to really drive it in there. This feels a little preemptive. I just want to see how the shifter feels. So, oh yeah, that's it, folks.